First off, I just want to say, man, it's a blessing that we get to play this time of the year. There's probably, less than 50 teams still playing this time of the year. So the fact that we get to play this time of the year is a blessing, man. And one more opportunity again to play with that group of just special young women, and they showed again why they're special. We came out a little rusty. I think that's to be expected when you don't play a game for 2 weeks. We've had literally 13 days off, and so and had a new lineup that we started with. But to be able to come out and then respond with a huge surge in the second quarter, I think somebody told me we went on a 20-0 run, which is incredible, especially this time of the year. And then get contributions across the board. We had 5 players in double figures, and Shadeja Brackens comes out and plays one of her best games all season. Just felt great to be able to be back on the floor, but two, just to have multiple contributions from multiple people, and then lastly, the thing that's been our Achilles heel this year has been the free throw line, and to come in and make 27 free throws today, shooting 84% from the free throw line is just incredible. So proud of my ladies for getting to 25 and a win in the WNIT, and so on to Troy next.
I was going to say, that's seems like a pretty big milestone. This place has lost all 3 instead of the 19 games before that. Is that, we talked a little about the markers you guys did. Is that another one that comes to mind here to win a postseason game like this? For sure.
That was one of the things I didn't ask Reed. I know that we played in several WNITs, but I didn't think we'd won one. So I wanted to ask that question after the fact. So the fact that we came in and got the first one, again, is special, man. This group continues to just elevate this program. It's hard. It's hard to get to the postseason. I don't care what postseason tournament you're playing. It's even harder to win games. And so, we love the fact that we were able to get a bye that first round. I think, it feels good to be recognized and have that opportunity to get a bye. And then, again, to have an opportunity to play at home. Special to play one more game in the Super Pit. Hopefully we get a chance to win a couple games and come back for another one. But, we look forward to the chance to go out to Troy and play a good Troy team. And, they rebound the ball better than anybody in the country, so we know we got to block out. But I think there was a lot of good things that happened tonight. Obviously, we got to take care of the ball a little bit better. But I love our momentum going into the next game.
You mentioned the 13 days off. I mean, just how do you kind of manage the time off and just keep the team mentally sharp?
It's hard. It's hard. It's really hard to manage 13 days off, starting with not knowing what tournament you're going to play in. And then, you find out you're excited to get the bye, but you're also like, man, it's just more time before we play. And we gave them off from that Tuesday night that we lost to South Florida to Selection Sunday. We practiced on Selection Sunday. It's kind of hard to have practice when you don't know where you're going to play, who you're going to play against. And so I credit our girls our young women for getting up and playing this game, because you gotta be self-motivated. And there was some times I know they're like, man, it's been a long year. But I think one is having the success of our men's team and being able to watch our men in the Super Pit and just the job they did, the energy that they had here. Last night's game that the men put on was incredible, to see their fight and how they were able to win that game at the buzzer against Arkansas State. I think that some of that rubs off on you. And so, to not play a game, but at least to be able to see the Mean Green playing meaningful basketball was huge for us. And so I think you got to get that first one in the tournament. And now that we got one, let's keep this momentum going. I'm glad it's not a huge delay before our next game. We play again on Thursday. And so I think our less practices this time of the year and more playing is what our players want.
So it will be on Thursday. You know what time it's going to be?
Thursday at 6.
And, it was a really solid game for Kyla Deck, 15 points, 6 steals. Just kind of what you see from her today overall.
And she played basically the whole game. She played 39 minutes. You see a toughness. You see a two-way player that takes pride on both ends of the floor. It was good to see her aggression and to be able to score at all 3 levels. I thought she did a good job of knocking down her open threes and shooting with confidence. That was something that I've been trying to tell her to do. Like when you have your shots, take them, and when you have your chances to go to the basket, do it. And it was good to see her, hit a couple mid-range, get to the basket, hit some threes, get to the free throw line, and then she converted from the free throw line, which that's kind of been an Achilles heel for her in conference play. And so to see that turnaround across the board for everybody, us knocking down free throws, was great.
What did you see during that run, that 20-0 run? What did you guys do so much?
I thought, one, we took care of the basketball. 2, we were aggressive. And then we got stops. You don't go on a 20-0 run without getting stops. And so that was something that was key for us, was our ability to key into the game plan, get some stops. I thought our press was effective early on, and so that was part of our success, was being able to force some turnovers, obviously converting from the free throw line. What was another thing that was big for us, just being 100% from the free throw line. Some threes failed that quarter. So it was a combination of a lot of things. But I think the main thing was we kind of knocked the rust off a little bit and got a chance to play basketball again. And it was fun to see the passion that our players played with. And we played with a lot of energy. So that was great.
27 of 32 from the free throw line. You kind of mentioned it. Was that just a big focus going into that long break?
That was probably the one thing we did consistently every day, was pressure free throws. Having to step up to the free throw line and you make it, you don't run, you miss, you run. And so we had a lot of days where as a team we were in the 50s and then in the 60s, and then the last time we did it we shot 80%. And so that was good to see us start to figure it out and take pride in the free throws.
You also had a big game from Shadeja Brackett.
Yeah, we did.
12 points, 9 rebounds.
Yeah.
Just what did you see from her?
Energy. I told her in front of the team, this was the most it's probably the best week that Day's had, as far as practice, as far as energy being locked in. I think you saw the joy, the energy she played with. It carried over. Like how what you saw from her today on the floor is how she was playing in practice. Just playing hard, going after boards, getting second chance shots for us, and then getting to the rim. And I thought the three that she shot today was going to go in. It rimmed out, and everybody on the team thought it was going in. And so, I think just the energy and effort that she played with today was a spark for us, and that was huge, and that's what she's capable of doing.
You had some pretty great balance across the board with a lot of different
Yeah, we did.
players in double figures. Is that just a good sign for you guys to go forward?
I think it's a great sign, and you look at one of our best scorers didn't score the ball, right, and Jacqueline Moore. And so the fact that this time of the year you have multiple people playing with a lot of confidence right now, I think that makes it hard to guard when people are locked in, when people are taking the right shots. I thought Ariana was aggressive today, and it's always a good thing when she's aggressive because she's such a pass-first point guard. But when she's looking to get hers, it just opens up so many more things for us. And so it was great to see her go after her shots and take the right shots. Just balance for us is key. And I think when we have that balance, we're tremendously hard to guard.
Yeah, and Johnson's off the roster. Do you have anything you can tell us about what the deal is there? Or?
She's just no longer with us. Her choice.
And, could you just speak to the team's resilience when things got a little bit close there at the end and their ability to kind of stay on the pedal?
I thought we did a really good job, one, of keeping our heads, because there were some times where they could have went the other way. But down the stretch, didn't turn the ball over and made free throws. And I think that's something that we've done a good job this year of protecting the lead. When we have the lead in the fourth quarter, we do a really good job of protecting it. And then 70's been the magic number for us. If we get to 70, we feel pretty good about what's going on. And so I think that, again, just being able to play again in the Super Pit, it meant a lot for us to defend home court. And, every time we step foot in this place, man, we want to win. And we want to keep the success we've had in the Super Pit going.
You don't have a chance to come back here until later in the tournament. Is that just kind of because the way that things scheduled and all that?
I think we got to get to the point, man, where we don't schedule things in the Super Pit until mid-April, because, obviously you see that we have two really good teams in men's basketball and women's basketball, and it's not an athletics run facility. It's run by the Super Pit runs it, and so the university runs it. And so we got to get to the point where we block it off, because the men should be playing at home. We should have the opportunity to play at home in these tournaments. And whether it's for us, if it's the WBIT and we're playing, or it's this tournament, we should be able to play at home. The men should be able to host NIT games at home. And so we've got to do something to fix that. But again, we're just happy that we get to play basketball this time of year, and we're going to be joyful about it. Thanks.
All right, guys. First WNIT win ever for this program. Just how big is that for you guys? What's it feel like to break through like that?
The last sentence, I'm sorry.
No, I said this is the first time you guys have ever won a WNIT game. Just what's the feeling of breaking through for a big milestone like that?
It feels good. Conference tournament didn't go our way, and we feel like we got a chance in this. We know we got a chance in this, so we're going to put our all into it. We're going to come out with this win.
You know, there's 13 days off y'all had before this game. Just how did y'all kind of stay mentally and like physically sharp for this game today?
Competing every day. The first day we competing against each other, and then we have our scout guys that always put pressure on us every day. So, yeah, they play a big role in helping us stay sharp.
And, you know, just talk us through your performance today, Ariana. Just, you know, what was working well for you out there today?
My team, I'm gonna say my teammates scoring, especially this one, like her stepping up and just, you know, getting out, getting layups at the basket, elevating over everybody, and you know, it was 5 different scores today, so I say everybody played a part in helping me score because everybody else scoring, so it opened the floor up for me.
And Shanae, the same question for you. Just how do you think you kind of played today?
I stayed calm. You know, I know I had to step up. I know I had to. I had an opportunity today, so you know, I just made the best of it, and my teammates finding me, getting me open, you know, and yeah, that worked for me.
What'd you guys see in that big 20-0 run there in the first half? What'd you guys do so well in that span?
I don't know what he said.
One more time, please.
No, what'd you guys do so well in that span of that 20-0 run there that really separated yourselves?
What do we do so well?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just execute it, really. I mean, go ahead.
I would say playing defense like between the first quarter and second quarter. I mean, we had to calm down. I'm like, we haven't played in almost 2 weeks, so like the first jitters and stuff, like playing again. Then second quarter coming out and getting stops and just going on a run, like scoring the ball, getting stops and scoring.
Y'all shot really well from the free throw line today. Just talk about, you know, the practice that y'all did in that 13-day break to, you know, have that number today.
Like Coach Burton said, the pressure free throws, you got to get up there, take your time, and knock them down, or it's either 11 or 23, and we don't want to run. So yeah.
No, for real.
You know, it was a big game for Kyla Deck as well. 15 points, 6 steals. Just kind of what y'all see from her playing alongside her today.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah, just what y'all see from Kyla Deck playing alongside her today.
Her being confident, shooting the ball and just getting to the paint too. So, I mean, we already know what we can get from Kyla. We know she's a bucket, so it's what we expected.
And, you know, just what areas do y'all kind of want to clean up before you take on Troy next?
Those turnovers during the third quarter, taking care of the ball, meeting passes, and, you know, those dead spots when we're not scoring. So that's the big area we got to clean up.
All right, cool.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.